All right. Hi, everybody. How are you? Everybody, well, right now that everybody is one, but that's okay. Feel free to comment. I'm going to do the meeting till Alex gets here. She's in the middle of a process, and anybody who values their life knows to not interrupt Alex in the process. So, there's I'll get right to the point here. This is a very morbid week. These are the weeks that it's really hard to do this job. I can only imagine what a church pastor goes through. All right. Let's get. So there's no upcoming events this weekend. Everyone is off this weekend. A lot of people preparing to go to the pool player championship. I'm trying to adjust the camera here. Um, so there's nothing. And as for the dumb joke of the week, I skipped it, and you'll know why as the meeting goes on today. Um, I'll do the birthdays a little later too. So anyway, these are the weeks that it's really hard to be an APA league operator because of within I think it's the past 2 weeks we had 4 players pass away, and we've had players pass away quite often throughout the years. Unfortunately, that is a fact. Um, but we had 4 of them pass away in a very short period of time this week. First of all, we had Susan Laux pass away. Gary Laux, Gary and Donnie Laux' sister. That was sudden. And then probably, I think it's within a week, Mike Seitz, their captain, passed away. And that is a really close team. And Gary is like the nicest person in the world. And he only ever greets people. So to see him not be himself was kind of tough, but it's completely understandable as to why. Then after that, I think it was Saturday, we lost Jenna Lawrence. Jenna has been fighting a health situation for quite a while. I don't know how she was doing, but from what I understand, she came down with a bug in her body, just couldn't fight it any longer, and she had succumbed to her illness. So that happened. And then yesterday, we lost another popular player. That would be Steve Ludi. I've seen Steve Ludi in many tri cups. I've seen all these people. I knew every one of these players. I saw all of them. I know their families. I know their friends. And it's just really hard to get by this. Are you coming, Alex? It's just really hard to get through these days when we lose these people. I remember when we lost the first players, it was very devastating. I remember when I was in London for the Mosconi Cup at 3 in the morning and my phone rang because Jerry Becker had passed away and everybody was calling. Um, so it's kind of a sad letter this week, and I'm sorry that it's not any better. We really struggle when this happens. We haven't had losses like since we have not had losses like this since COVID. And COVID, we actually lost quite a few players during COVID also. We probably lost 20 or 30 players during that period of time. Um, and some of them were young also, and many of you knew them. Um, so I was wrote a this is the hardest part of the job, and any league operator will tell you this is the hardest part of the job. Um, sure, we hate getting yelled at by players. We hate when players ruin other players' days, and
Experiences.
even when we make a mistake and we have to bring teams back to Tri Cup. I mean, sometimes it's a hard job, and you got to stand there and you got to get yelled at by players, and they come up like I had players screaming at me on the stage yesterday because they didn't agree. Um, that's nothing. I mean, like to think of like the people that we have lost in the community, and Alex and I, we go visit people in the hospital, we hear stories, and we talk to a lot of people. And when somebody comes up and just yells at us, it's like, eh, whatever. But like to when people die, that's just the worst. I mean, APA pool really is about community, don't you think? You could tell we're not ourselves, Alex. It's not often Alex doesn't even talk. Um,
I think I spoke enough this weekend.
um, yeah, the Tri Cup was brutal this
I
weekend.
liked it where you said you guys think APA is about pool. Actually, it's a huge society in disguise.
You like that?
I do like that.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people don't play for the competition. They play for
the
to be with
social
their friend.
aspect. Yeah,
So just to let you know, we're not quite ourselves after such losses, and we
such
just
bad behavior. On top
oh
of that,
the behavior this weekend was just awful. This was the worst tri cup that I've seen. We did what, probably 30 to 40 tri cups. Far and away, this was the worst tri cup.
I have never lost my shit before at a tournament like I did this weekend. And for those that had to witness that, I apologize. But I had it. Next tournament, if I tap you on the shoulder, that means you're picking your sticks up and you're leaving. I'm not doing this BS again.
Yeah, it just started, and then I think the tone was set when every person brought their own food in. Here's what I would like to see those people do. I would like to see those people go to McDonald's or Burger King and grab a big giant drink and then go sit at their local favorite bar, put the bag of McDonald's on the bar, put the big drink on the bar and say, "Well, I'm just here for the company. And you should be glad to have me."
I mean, it is what it is. If it doesn't stop, then we'll be going to the Poconos or down to Adelini's for tournaments.
Well, I discussed the greens fee with Cindy and she was quite happy to have a greens fee. Um, I said, well, we'll just charge $40 like a weekly fee, and you'll get the money, and then the people can bring in the food if they want. And she actually liked that deal. So if anybody likes that deal, let me know.
Yeah, but it sucks for everybody that like adheres to the rule. I personally don't even feel that like you should have said what you had to say with respect to the club and the LCB, the rules, etc. And it shouldn't have gone any further than that. Like this is the way it is. If you don't like it, then don't come to the tournaments. Like these are not our rules. And if you do come to the tournaments with food and drink, I'm not going to babysit you, but you may be asked to leave from the club. It is a business. They are trying to, make money to stay open. I mean, if you think about all the clubs that closed during COVID and never reopened because they don't have the financial support, I mean, we're limited to where we can do our tournaments. This is, one of the few places we have. Without this, we got nothing.
And the drinks are not that expensive. Um,
What is
now we can debate the food menu all day long.
offer suggestions every time we're there.
And you're still getting fried chicken fingers and
Which are
hamburgers
good. Those chicken fingers are good. I'm sorry.
and stuff like that. And the cheesesteaks were good, and the breakfast sandwiches are really good. But I mean, yes, and then when the kitchen closes about 3 or 3:30 because they can't always get help to make less the whole day, then you're allowed to bring in food. And what do people do? They bring in a pizza and a soda this big. It's like, how do you not understand that you are in a bar and you're not supposed to bring in your own drinks? No one is commenting.
They're, I don't know. I don't
So
know.
that started the day off, and then the players were just nitpicking each other like crazy.
It was insane. You know, it was, I don't know. Like I got pushed to see red, and then there was just no stopping me.
You were mad. So yeah, yesterday afternoon you went to the bar, like you just disappeared.
Yeah, it shouldn't be this way. Like it should not be this way. I get it. It's the last Tri Cup, you know, before you can qualify for Vegas. You know, we're not selling Vegas. We're selling, you know, a social network that plays pool. You know, everybody should come and, you know, try to enjoy the competition, you know, instead of trying to, you know, shark each other and nitpick on the rules or make up your own rules. And you get two strong minded individuals, you know, neither one of them's going to back down, you know, which happened all day long. It was a shit show. I don't even know how else to say it. It was a shit show.
And then when a player has a good day, right away they're a cheater. It's like no, they're having a good day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we had one player in particular, and I'm not going to mention his name. The dude is a 5, and he either shoots like a 2 or a 7. It's just the way the guy plays. Hopefully you get him when he shoots like a 2.
Well, I mean, also, I don't know. I watched a lot of that match, and the balls were all open. So, I mean, I I don't want to relive it. I'm mentally exhausted.
Maybe we just need to tell people to go sooner. We'll get to the comments in a moment. Maybe we just need to tell people to leave. Like there was two players that were really going to go at each other yesterday, and they're not going to get physical. They're not going to get violent, but they got to the point where they were disrupting. And there were two neither players that were not going to back down. And thank God they stopped.
Honey, how long have we owned the league?
12 years.
And what is the name of our league?
What do I have wrong?
In 12 years, you must learn how to spell the word mountain.
Oh,
Although that is really a good way to find out if somebody reads something. Jaden, so
that's less Dixie. Sorry.
what I would suggest, and I said this to Dan Spatz and I, yeah, the bacon tots were awesome. I had some yesterday. Dan Spatz and I had a conversation about Masters yesterday as to what happens to the spot. The tournament, I believe, closes tonight. We have until June 1st to submit the paperwork for Masters. So I would suggest that, you know, whoever registered or whoever's thinking about register, you know, try to get together with, you know, somebody on the other team, figure out if you want to play, because with 6 people, and I don't even know what the fee is. I don't think Walter put enough money down. It's not going to get, you know, 3 of you to Vegas. I'm happy to pay for the rooms, but you got to get there. So figure out if you want to, you know, try to wait to the 11th hour to do the tournament. Figure out like if you know there's 4 teams and 3 teams don't want to do it, and the one team's willing to, you know, pay their own way airways. You know, that was an idea. The other idea was we have 3 9-ball teams that will be going to the Whirlpool qualifier. Masters is
A
um,
opposite of it.
it's after it, I believe. It doesn't coincide with any of the other tournaments. So a suggestion would be to, you know, maybe field a team with some players from the teams that are going to Vegas. Um, it doesn't matter to me, you know, it doesn't matter to me how you guys do it. I'm going to have my computer along with me in Las Vegas. We're leaving tomorrow. And if you decide to have a tournament, I can set it up on CompuSport. I can email Dan or Cliff or whomever the registration form. Yeah, so I would just say, you know, maybe do a Facebook group or messenger between, you know, some of the people that have signed up, some of the people that are thinking about signing up, and just figure out what you want to do and let me know. Like I said, the deadline for me to get the paperwork in is June 1st. So if we don't have an answer by June 1st, then maybe we go with the second idea of trying to field a team from the 3 9-ball teams that are going.
I'll put a general post up sometime by today, and then people can comment back and forth.
Well, I'm not going to follow that. So
No, that's for them to follow.
okay.
Yeah, then that's for them to
I mean,
follow.
I think I did initially put a post up a couple days ago.
Dan said he was willing to run the tournament, so then he just needs to get back to us with what people decide, and then we will help him.
Dan, Cliff, anybody. I think Dan and Cliff ran it the last time, which was years ago. Also, I mean, I think Cindy's open to having it on Saturday, but if not, you guys can always go to the boat or Alsace. Or I don't care. I honestly, I don't care where you go. But I need you guys to help me figure it out. So,
Where is it scheduled for?
it's scheduled for Wilmersdorf. Cindy or texted me this morning.
So that created some problem. Well, we could take the new balls down. I brought all the balls home. I forgot about that. We can run some down.
Then they can have the tournament at the riverboat.
They could do it at the riverboat. Connie will be happy to have them.
Yeah.
Riverboat has good tables. And it won't be freezing cold in there, and it won't be blazing hot because it's not that time of year.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell Cindy we're not having it at Wilmersdorf. We don't have any balls. We have one set of balls down there for Thursday because we ordered new balls.
Because
We gave most of them away yesterday.
Because we're getting brand new ones.
That should have been here. Should be coming today.
I saw the UPS truck.
But
So-
the dog didn't bark.
So we're getting brand new Aramith balls. Somebody suggested to me, instead of just pool cue raffles, that possibly you could offer a set of pool balls. That's a tricky one. First of all, the pool balls are not worth nearly as much as a cue. And the second thing is, well, we could get a good set of pool balls, and they could take that if they want. Not a bad idea.
Easy. Alex Walter had a long weekend. I had my Irish up this weekend, Bill. It's been a long time.
It's
I
not-
don't even get that mad at Walter.
Yes, you do.
Not really. Oh yeah, I guess I
Yes,
do.
you do.
Um,
It's been a while since you threw anything at me, though. Remember when you drove over my pool cues with the car?
yeah.
Yeah, you drove right over them.
On
Luckily-
purpose.
Luckily, the case was good. The
On
pool-
purpose.
yes, you did, and the pool cues were fine. All right,
You
so
act like I'm the only thrower. We threw the remote control and busted the TV.
yeah, but I don't want to throw it at you. And most of the time, if I whip the remote control, it's because I roll over on it in the bed, which I haven't had to do, which I haven't done for a while.
Stay on your own side. I have
Well,
to
how
have
the
all my.
controller winds up on my side.
I have to have everything there so I can get up and read or do something. 'cause
I
don't
roll
wanna
over and it's like now,
sleep on
and
it.
I'm a light sleeper, and then I freak.
Oh, the princess and the pea. Here we go.
Well, when the prince has to pee, then he rolls on a controller. Is that what you mean?
Easy, Alex.
All right. So our reminder is frozen balls. Yesterday there was a shot where one player was questioning that the ball was frozen. You just have to make sure that you declare it before the shot, and then it
And
said
anyone can declare it, right?
yes, anyone can declare it,
And that was the part of the rule that the team didn't know.
and then they should have got me over. There's a couple times that people wanted to watch hits. But, and
And I
then
think ultimately that might have costed them the win
if the ball is
because he would have won that match.
yeah, but who knows if the ball was even frozen? He's
I'm just
assuming it.
saying,
He's
you
assuming
never
it.
know, but that could have made a difference. That's all I'm saying. So know your rules. What's the
That's the moral of the story.
moral of the story?
So our quote of the week. I don't know if I could read it now because I got off of that was
The quote of the week: He died that day because his body had served its purpose. His soul had done what it came to do, learned what it came to learn, and then was free to leave. That's from The Art of Racing in the Rain. So in short, be kind. You never know. It might be the last chance you get.
That's already good.
Yeah. Please take a moment and remember, all of our friends that are no longer with us and all the families that are currently going through a lot. Dwayne Klein's son is going through a lot right now.
Oh, he's got problems.
So, it's not my story to tell, but please keep him in your prayers as well. There's just a lot going on. So, yeah, be kind.
So,
Well, Mike, your division, Rob.
and Bill says the shooters need to be honest. Nobody says that shooter was dishonest. Nobody just
No.
checked it.
Nobody just checked it.
I mean, if a ball is frozen, you have to really go look at it. It can be just the slightest sliver of light.
Yeah.
I mean, honesty helps. I mean, yesterday and then there was sharking over. Yeah.
It was a nightmare. Like I said, next tournament, if this stuff starts happening again and I tap you on the shoulder, I don't want to hear a word from you. Take your cues and get the hell out. That is all.
And in our player news, just please take a moment and remember all our friends that are no longer with us. And then and then the people that are having difficulties, like Hans was in the hospital. Somebody else is in the hospital. We can't remember.
Yeah. I think it just, it really ruins the experience for the rest of the teams that are having a good time,
When somebody's screaming and yelling at each other.
Yeah. I'm sure I didn't listen. I lost my shit yesterday and Saturday, and I apologize for that, but once I see red, I can't help myself.
I don't think you should need to apologize because it shouldn't get to that point.
I'm apologizing to the people that, had nothing to do with it, it was totally unprofessional, and it's, I'm kind of upset with myself about it.
So we're in the back at the desk, and Alex goes, "I shouldn't be cursing like that." And I said, "Your mom, and this means the wooden spoon is out." That's the best way that I could think of it.
Yeah.
So that's it for the day. That's all we got. Sorry, that's a very morbid meeting. Again, we are so sorry for the loss of
everybody.
Yeah, we're so sorry for the loss of Gary with his sister and Donald with his sister, and then the team captain Mike Seitz, and then Jenna Lawrence after that long battle, and then Stephen Ludy, and now Stephen Ludy was his son, and no one even saw that coming.
Yeah. So I guess that's a cousin of Ron Beckwith's.
Apparently, he knew everybody.
Yeah. I think his sugar was over 2,000. Something like insane like that. They rushed him to the hospital.
The story that I heard is he was diabetic and didn't know it, and then he went into a diabetic coma and possibly had a stroke. That's what I was told. Now I could be wrong.
That sounds about right. Because I think you go into a coma when your sugar's at like 1,000, but they got it back down to 500, and the kidneys. What did he say? The kidneys. The doctor felt that he could survive this, but he didn't. So I don't know what happened.
I know, but to lose 4 people that fast, we've just been losing all. Just stop dying. Next person who dies is going to get thrown out of the tournament.
It's not even funny.
All right.
Are there any more?
No, there's no more comments.
Comments?
There's not many comments. There were just. It's a very sad day. When I don't post a joke, it's sad.
All right, that's it.
Yes, Becky, life is too short. That's why the etiquette this week is be kind. It might be your last chance you get. So on that note, we'll come back with happier news next week. This week we have the League Operator Convention, where I go out and I do like you guys and see just all kind of rules, and nobody listens, just like you do to us.
Yep, we try to help people, but they'd rather reinvent the wheel. I quit doing that.
And then we'll do that, and then we'll watch other people get all kind of awards, and then we'll be out there greeting our players that come out. And good luck to everyone that is coming out, and safe travels. Alex, you're gonna make me seasick. Am I supposed to go with you?
I made myself dizzy.
Am I supposed to go with you? All right. Well, anyway, everyone, say it, Alex.
Be kind.
Might be your last chance.
Might be your last time.
No one knows. What's it say? Everyone's day is numbered. They just don't know what number